Today we have another game between the Buffalo Sabres and the Los Angeles Kings. And this was a very good game. There were some points where there just wasn't as much happening on it, but when it actually kind of started to speed up, it was a lot, and there were a lot of dangerous opportunities throughout. So let's start with this, saying this was a 4 p.m. Eastern game, which is new because the first two games I did were 10 p.m. So we're starting a little earlier today. The start of the first period occurred. The goaltenders are Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen for Buffalo and Anton Forsberg for the Kings. Anze Kopitar tanks a smelling salt before the game starts. The bouncing puck creates a great opportunity for the Kings. Jumps over a Kings stick though. Quinton Byfield looking good early on. Owen Power throws one on, but dragged well by Forsberg through traffic. If you're wondering, this is my handy-dandy notebook, basically. It's like my whiteboard, if you've watched The Hockey Guy. Kings thrown out of a face-off dot in the LA zone. Kings look dialed in to start the game. Some empty calorie plays early on. This was 100% accurate. Early prediction, I could see the Kings' goal being challenged for an offsides goal. At some point, the team seems very quick, but they seem on the edge early on offsides. They weren't being called for it, but it was just very close, and I was like, I could see if they score like a couple goals, one might get called back. Forsberg looks sound through the first 5 minutes. Joel Edmondson sends one on, and a good deflection by Taylor Ward, but it goes high and wide. Great job by the Kings getting pucks on net for deflections, and that would happen all throughout. Incredible spin pass by Josh Doan. Josh Doan looked amazing in this game. To find a streaking Owen Power, but nothing would come of that. Gotta love the motor on Zach Benson. Played a bit of goalie on the ground to try to stop a pass behind the Kings goal line. Wasn't even in his own goal. He was literally trying to stop a chip pass. Couple good saves by UPL on an initial shot and follow-up on the rebound. Love hearing some Hendrix on the piano in the LA arena. Couple goods. We went through that. Great glove by UPL. That's a locked-in glove save. Delayed penalty to Buffalo. Jack Quinn, 2-minute minor for hooking. This led to a good early start by the Buffalo PK, forcing 2 turnovers early on. But then it's Artemi Panarin left wide open near the face-off dot. He rips it at a wide open net and opens his scoring. Score is 1-0 for the Los Angeles Kings. Sabres need to watch and control those long-range shots. There's been several, is a note that I had right after that. And from this, those do become dangerous tips and just screening opportunities. Those are high-value opportunities on technically a lower-value shot, especially when the Kings were doing it. The Kings, I haven't seen a team do it better than the Kings with their hand-eye coordination and their puck tracking ability on offense. And defense really was pretty incredible. Lindy Ruff goes back to the Tuck, Krebs, Thompson line. Great stick presence by the Kings. Shots are 8-5 Kings at 7:27 in the first. Bowen Byram setting a screen in front of Kings goalie Anton Forsberg. Sabres defense are not afraid to jump up into the play at all. Great work by Kopitar in the face-off dot. Turnover forced by Doan in a breakaway, but followed very closely by Panarin. He couldn't bury it. Panarin actually dove for the puck and got it off of him. Tage Thompson throws one on, but can't find anyone open for the rebound. Game looks scrappy already after some sustained pressure by Buffalo. Good play by Buffalo towards the end of the period. Nice stop by Forsberg. Buffalo thrown out of an LA zone faceoff. And nice behind the back pass by Oslin. End of the first period. Shots are 13-8 for the Sabres now. Scores 1-0 Kings still. And on the broadcast, they mentioned that the faceoff percentage for Buffalo was actually like 19% at this point. Kings had won 81%, which is crazy. The start of the second period, slow start at the second period, lots of possession changes and very little sustained pressure for either teams at this point. Benson beats out an icing, great chance by Anze Kopitar, but he whiffs on the shot at an open net. Tage Thompson with an incredible goal. His patience was insane on this one. Happened off a shot by the defense in his 36th of the season, one of those behind-the-neck tucks we've come to expect from him. Score is 1-1 at 15:50. Zach Metza stops a solid chance by the Kings at their own blue line. Panarin uses his speed to nearly get a 2-on-1 goal, but doesn't meet his teammate's stick. Near dangerous opportunity for Byfield, but cleared by Buffalo. Shots are 15-11 for Buffalo at 12:30. Carrick breaks his stick on a one-timer, and it leads to a strong 3-on-3 rush, but nothing comes of it. Sabres looking a bit flat-footed. Right, stopped by the flash of the leather of UPL. I believe that's Taylor Wright. Maybe. It's definitely Wright. It might be Taylor Ward. I might be mixing the two up. I'm impressed with the Kings' speed burst and tape-to-tape ability so far at this point in the game on shots and passes. Penalty goes to Buffalo. Clear tripping by Matthias Samuelsson. Power play Kings. Nice early save by UPL. Sabres have to watch the cross ice between the circles. I kept seeing it open, and I kept watching. I watched it the first time when Panarin got it, and I kept seeing it. I've seen it a couple times over the last 3 games. But we've got a great shot on net and screened by Lafreniere. Saved by UPL. Great work by Bo and Byram to get the puck away from the crease. 3-on-2 by the Kings. Continued pressure by Sabres, the third man in those scenarios. That was a difference maker, and has been so far. Thompson nearly connects with Dahlin for a tap-in, but just a bit ahead of his stick. Shots are 19-20 Kings now. Kings pressure causing tough decisions for Buffalo. Players on the ice, that is for sure. Kempe with a good keep in his own zone with Sabres on him. Kings have the momentum right at this point. We get a penalty on Buffalo for Zach Metza, another tripping penalty. Kings breaking up clearing and passing attempts, and it's causing Buffalo to make bad decisions. The puck gets tipped out of play, Sabres zone draw, puck gets tangled up by Byfield's equipment, but found by a Sabre when it was finally dropped. I believe that was Bowen Byram. UPL getting a bit caught out of place already in his butterfly. End of 2, score is tied 1-1. Shots are 21-20 in the Kings' favor. Start of the third period, Sabres have to watch the random passes. Kings are taking full advantage of those and waiting for them. Shot by Noah Oslin to start the period. Glove down by Anton Forsberg. Logan Stanley holds the shot. Takes a shot. Sabres get a prime chance, but it caught Malenstein by surprise. Strong puck protection on the wall in the Kings zone, but nothing comes of it other than a little bit of Sabres momentum in their zone. Nice drop pass by Krebs. Quinn sends it in front from the corner, nearly hitting Jason Zucker, but Forsberg covers it up. Shots are 23-22 Sabres at 15 minutes. UPL lost the puck, but shot goes wide. Nice positioning by UPL on a shot by Scott Lawton. Blocked shot by Zach Metza. Face-off win gives Bowen Byram a nice look, but misses the net. Big rebound by a shot on net by Krebs. Sent wide by a Kings defenseman. Puck bounces off a Kings bench player, and the play stopped. Not a lot was happening right there. So, literally, that was the first note I think I took in like 60 seconds. Huge opportunity on the 3-on-2 for the Kings. Good speed by Lafreniere. Benson nailed, but Carrick scores and opens the floodgates on a nice little move, his 9th of the year. Scores 2-1 Buffalo. The whole crowd on ice was interested in the Benson hit because it was by Joel Edmondson, who is like a giant compared to Benson, who I think is like listed at 5'8", maybe 5'7". LA calls a timeout. Shots are 27-25 Sabres at 8:48. The Kings challenged for a high sticking against Benson before the zone entry. But the goal is good. Kings will receive a delay of game penalty. Buffalo goes on the power play for the first time in the game. Broken stick by Byfield, and then Darlene rifles one. Buffalo scores on the power play. The puck bounced off of Cody Ceci. Initial credit was to Jason Zucker, but that was Darlene's 15th of the season. Scores 3-1 Sabres. Carrick rings one off the post. Josh Stone steals one glove down by Forsberg. Long distance offsides call on the Kings. Face-off goes back to their zone. McLeod sends one to a streaking Darlene, but tipped wide. The hand-eye of Kopitar, Hempe, and Bernard is out of this world. Near miss by Buffalo. Great opportunity by Joel Armia. Sends it wide. 6-on-5 empty net for the Kings with 3:12 on the clock. Save by Drew Doughty on a 1v1 against Beck Malenstein from a pass from Benson in the Kings zone. We have a block by Malenstein, which leads to Benson scoring the empty netter. Scores 4-1 Buffalo. Shots are 32-26 Sabres at 2:24. Gotta respect the Kings' willingness to try to save a goal. Big save by UPL. Sabres announcers started calling the win with 80 seconds remaining, which is crazy to me. And they continue calling the game over with 40 seconds remaining, which is insane. Sabres do ultimately win 4-1. Shots end at 33-27 for the Sabres. And my final thoughts on the game, the Kings look very good. They've got a great mix of veteran presence with their young guys. The Kings' speed looks like something special when mixed with their size as well. And for Buffalo, Buffalo continues to impress me as a two-way team. Their 200-foot game is immaculate. Buffalo wins their first 3 games I watch, which feels special to me because when I used to watch, it felt like every game I watched was a loss. And now I get to see the boys kind of buzzing here. So shout out to Buffalo, and shout out to the Kings for a very well played game. This was a great game to watch. A lot of opportunities. But for now, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for being here. And I will see you in the next video.